Welcome back to the show. Lovely to have you here. I'm sure, I know there's many things, so many things that you could watch, and you've chosen to watch this. If you did indeed choose, I'm beginning to wonder if we ever really have any free will. So this little bit, this little segment, is called the pitch, and many would argue, many long-term viewers, if I have long-term viewers, it's probably, I could argue I could have medium-term viewers now. They would say, look, you're pitching all the time, everything you do is a pitch. I could go, well, yeah, all right, don't have a go. But this is different because what I normally pitch, I actually have scripts for. So they're like TV shows or they're like films. But this is different because this is something that is unscripted. So let me read the spiel, and then you, the brighter among you, will understand. In our series called The Pitch, I outline and discuss with a group an idea for a show that maybe you might want to finance that doesn't involve acting per se. Today's pitch is for a dating show, and could be a fly-on-the-wall style or game show, and maybe even a board game. Settlers. You've all heard of first dates and blind date with Cilla Black. You've heard of internet dating. And all the surrounds of the dating world. Yes? Like apps. Have you heard of? Yeah. Well, let me introduce you to Settlers, a new show about people who are staring down the barrel of a lifetime of loneliness. And this outweighs their need to be particularly attracted to a mate. Generally, it will be a show for 5s and 6s out of 10 who may be used to be 7s or 8s, or could have been deluded. We pair people up based on location and general convenience, so they don't need to try too hard to make it work, and watch how it goes. When one of them wavers, we remind them of the dire situation they are in, possibly like A Christmas Carol, where they observe a version of their future and its bleakness. If we're lucky, there may still be some attraction, however mild, but it isn't expected. It would be a fascinating look at how ordinary people get together. It must happen because there's still so many of them. All right? So, Settlers, used to be for stomach aches, but now heartaches.
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
Yeah.
That is, it could be a tagline. But I'm sure we'll talk about taglines later.
Maybe.
Move on to that at some point.
Now, what do you think? So these people are, plain is maybe unkind, maybe at one time quite attractive. And we're getting them on the downward slope,
Right.
wherever that may be.
But are they still trapped in the attractive mindset?
Some of them,
Right.
and they need to be shown that it is time to settle. For if you do not, a cat awaits.
But when they enter this show, they're from the position of they've not found the person for them because they've not found the person that they believe is at their standard.
Yes.
Is that right?
So we're breaking the
We'd have to
delusion
show them the reality of...
on the show.
Absolutely.
Right, okay.
So they will come in, and some of them are like, I'm ready. Okay, this is where we've got, you've got levels.
Yeah, they've accepted.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I've been unlucky in love, and I think I know why. But self-awareness is at a premium. I think we know that. Would anyone argue? I mean,
No.
Yeah, I think that's probably,
That's pretty bang on.
probably accurate.
So for the most part, be people. Settlers? What am I doing on this show? That would be the vibe you get initially.
Yeah.
And you just break their character down. You just kind of salami slice the ego for their own good, until you get to a point. You just imagine thin slices.
But you're gonna find contestants, participants, board game pieces. You're going to find those people to come on willingly when really what you're saying is it's a show for losers who haven't connected with anybody to actually hold down a relationship with a human being of any sort of consistency.
Well, I mean, you can call them, you know, it's easy to say, oh, these people are losers. But I heard a statistic recently that said 99.4% of people were actually in this position, which is
Right.
The ordinary people position.
yeah, the ordinary people position. It's only that meager 0.6 where they're just, you know, on yachts, quaffing
Yeah.
champagne, and everybody's really attractive.
Yeah,
And even that ends, you know.
Yeah.
it's dicey.
Drink all that champagne and be in that sun all the time. You're not going to be.
Yeah.
You've seen them, the old
Attractive.
leathery,
Next thing you know, you're on
people
settlers.
on beaches.
Yeah. What do you do after you've unravelled all the skin? What do you do?
What
You
then?
know.
Yeah, exactly. You go on settlers, and so that's very exciting.
And I think, what if we did take two absolutely ordinary, fine, like nothing too bad, nothing too great, and they're searching and they haven't for whatever reason, and they're just two ordinary people, and that might be a nice title for the show, Ordinary People, or you know,
Yeah, I think that wasn't that.
yeah,
Oh no, that's normal people. Yeah, you're fine.
or like just people who are all right,
Plain
Yeah.
folk.
plain
Plain
folk.
folk. Yeah.
And then we just we give them an ultimatum, and we say we got 5 dates, or you die alone. And then they're not really going to die alone, but they have
Well, they
5.
might, they
They
might,
might.
yeah.
Or they might. We don't know.
Be good if
They
we
probably
could be
will.
sure of that.
If we could be sure of it, ratings sky high.
Yeah.
But if we give them that as a theoretical, you know, these 5 people, or you die alone, maybe you will, maybe you won't. But at the end of it, probably, at the end of it, we go, any of those? And then if they say no,
Take them into a room where, like, normally, like, you beat them up, but you don't beat them up. You beat them up with reality.
We could. I'm sure we could have a
That's the
scientist.
Christmas Carol thing.
We could have a scientist, you know, who's all official and's got all the certificates and the diplomas to say, I've run the numbers, and if you don't go for one of these 5 people,
You've had it.
you will die alone.
Yeah.
And because people believe
They
scientists,
wear a coat.
Yeah.
white
you
coat.
can get a psychologist
I mean,
in there.
yeah,
someone-
like,
they'll
you've got
believe it.
statistics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we give them a tailored, completely immersive experience that would psychologically burn into their core memory and their core beliefs of the reality of loneliness. We do that in a really harsh way. They come out the room fresh, open the door. What about now? And maybe they'll go, yeah, number 3.
Settle.
Settlers.
Bang.
Settled.
So we're even better than Blind Date, because like Blind Date had like 2-3 weddings in about 15 years.
It was weak.
Yeah, it's terrible hit rate.
Yeah.
Terrible hit rate.
This almost guarantees.
This is, yeah, that's
100%
what
hit
we
rate.
say. As long as you're prepared to settle, you are guaranteed to get married at the end of this. 100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Naked Attraction, almost 0 marriages.
Yeah.
Settlers,
Results.
100%.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is what you're actually solving a problem.
Yeah.
You're solving a problem. You've done good for people. You may it's tough love, yeah, but thinking about tough love, still love there, isn't there?
There's still love.
Yeah.
That's your tagline. Settlers, sometimes tough love is true love.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Settlers. Love is still love,
Even if it's tough.
even if it's tough.
Yeah. You put it's optional.
Settlers. Tough love is enough love.
Ooh, you got the rhyme.
That's describing what we do to them.
Yeah.
There's a lot to work with.
Hmm.
They should make this. So I'm glad we've had this discussion. It's very exciting, and I believe that everybody who's viewed it will now want to watch Settlers. And because of that, anybody who is watching this who can get in touch to make Settlers possible, because it's my idea called Settlers, please do. Direct message, probably not a comment, because, well, for your own good, because if you can actually finance the show, like seriously, you actually can. Why would you leave a public comment? You know, don't. I shouldn't need to tell you. So, Settlers, it's a winner. Guaranteed marriage. Bye.